Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys new here my channel, my name is Alison and welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I know a lot of people have been wondering how this Haley's foundation Reset Liquid Matte Foundation works, because you guys probably heard Tati talks about it, and actually I saw this Target a while back, so I want to try this out. And first of all, the packaging, it's a sleek packaging, it's perfect for travel. I like it. So first I'm gonna go in with the details of this foundation, what it does to your face, and then I'm gonna go in with application. Okay, so for this foundation, you can actually purchase it in the store in Target, or if you guys can't find it in Target, then you guys can go online to their website. So now I'm on their website. They are retails for $19.99 and it's same price as Target. They sell it with the same price. So this foundation, it comes in 1.0 fluid ounce. It does have 134 reviews out of 5-star on the website, which is really good. And they also come out with 33 shades, which is really good for a drugstore price foundation, so I have to give a thumbs up for that. So the details on this foundation: this is a complexion perfect liquid foundation, offers seamless coverage, comfortable long wear, and striking matte finish. It formulates with a double dose of pigments, and Reset Liquid Matte delivers instant coverage to help hide all skin imperfection, plus an exclusive antioxidant blend helps to nourish and soothe and protect skin from environment aggression. So this foundation, it claims to be a matte finish foundation. It's a long wear, comfortable wear foundation. So first of all, the shade that I have is 2.50 and it is in a warm shade, and it does match my skin tone, my undertone, but it's a little bit darker than what I like with my neck color, because obviously my neck color is really pale neutral shades and I go with the warm shades. Warm neutral shades, it does work on my skin tone, so I went for this 2.5 warm shades. Okay, now let's talk about the packaging. It's a very sleek finish packaging. Look at the size and the thickness on this. It's really nice. It feels like a remote control for a TV, but then when you open the cap here, it says their brand Haley's, and when you open it, it does come in this kind of application on the top. It's just really convenient because it kind of narrow down the size of the tip, and it's just easier to kind of apply on your hands and not get too messy with this application. Okay, for a primer today, I have this Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer. I applied this mainly on my T-zone, and I have this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I just spray it all over my face to give my face a little hydration. Also for my under eye, I already applied my Bacca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So now I'm gonna go in with the foundation. So here again, I got the shade in 2.5 warm. And I think this is the closest shade that it matches my skin tone, because I feel like neutral is a lot more of a pink undertone, so I went for a warm tone. And usually with my foundation, I can use either warm or a neutral tone foundation. That's just my skin. And for application today, I'll be using my sponge to blend this out. I'm using this Morphe sponge, and it has become my favorite sponge so far. I'm just gonna blend this out. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on my forehead and on the center of my face, just to do kind of like a second layer on the area that I wanted more coverage. Oh, again, this side of the face, I'm gonna use my Morphe Y6 brush, foundation brush, to see how the coverage it gives and how it applies. It's the same applying with the sponge and applying with the brush, but I think I like it more applying with the sponge because it's just a lot more smoother and it gives you just a little dewy looking than this side, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go in again for the second layer on this side, and I'm gonna use my sponge to blend this out. Okay, now let's check in the time. It's 9:36, so this is the time that when I finish applying my foundation, so that's like the start point of wearing tests. And right now, my first impression, I'm feeling very matte finish, and it does give me a medium coverage. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so my makeup is done. Now the time is 9:54. I have to say, my first impression, this foundation gives me a very matte finish, and it's not tacky at all. I did use my Givenchy setting powder to set it because I do have oily skin, so I want to set it and make sure it doesn't go crazy with the oil later on. So this is my makeup today. I did use my Stila Magnificent Matte Glitter Glow in the shade Kitten Karma. So this is like all over my eyelid, and in the inner corner of my eye, I don't know if you guys can tell, I have some blue going on. I'm using this Fenty Beauty their new Kilawa foil, and this is in the shade Mint Mojito. And on my highlight, I did use this shade right here. This is the Sand Castle. So this is their new launch on Fenty Beauty highlighter, and I did use it in my inner corner of my eye with this blue color. It looks really nice. I've been waiting to experience this for a while. And also for my lashes today, I did try this Glossier Lash Lick, and I have to say, it's more of a natural side. If you guys want it to be natural for some occasion, like for work, you don't want to have heavy makeup, this is the one that you might look for. And right now I'm still waiting it to dry down, but I can tell that the sponge or the application right here, it's very little, and it kind of separate every single lashes. So that's my first impression right now. I feel like this foundation a little bit more on the matte side than what I like right now, but I hope this stay well on my oily skin. And I think this color is a little bit tiny darker than my Nick color, but that's okay because we can just work it out and blend it down here. But I didn't today, I was just too lazy. But this is how it looks. I'm gonna check back with you guys probably at the end of the day to see how it worked and how I like it, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so now let's check in the time. I'm sorry with the noise outside because a lot of people in my house right now, so I apologize for that. But now the time is 6:54, so I've been wearing this foundation almost, I think almost 10 hours. That's crazy because I normally wear foundation where it has for 8 hours, but nowadays I wear foundation for 12 hours if I have makeup on. But today we have foundation on for 10 hours almost, and I'm sure a lot of you guys see I'm looking super oily because usually on the 8 hours mark I usually start get really oily. I haven't touched up my face at all today, so this is what it looks like. So this is looking very oily. I don't know, is that because the foundation is way too matte finish for my face and my face is producing more oil. But today I'll say it's not that hot, it's a windy day, and I still get very oily. I don't know why. And also because this foundation is more like a matte finish, and I do have oily skin, but my skin is dehydrated, and that's why I feel like that is why I'm producing more oil, but I'm not sure about that. But now I'm gonna blot it with this blotting sheets that I have here and see how it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see, just one blot, I'm getting super oily. Okay, now I'm just done with blotting my face, and I did use up 4 of them. It's not very normal for me, but for 10 hours where I do usually get very oily. And I would say this foundation, because it's a very matte finish and I feel like my face is more of a dehydrated oily skin, so that's why I'm producing more oil than my usual foundation. And I really like the coverage of it. It does still give me that fresh finish look after blotting my face. Yeah, I just want to say I do like the coverage, I do like the finish, and it just my skin, or because it's a very matte finish foundation, my skin is not used to it right now, because nowadays I do use more of a hydrating like a CC cream or BB cream kind of foundation, but this is a very matte finish coverage foundation. Even though I blot my face, the coverage is still on. Nothing is like taking off after blotting. I can see there's a little foundation is taking off on the blotting sheets here, and that's very normal because I do have oily skin, and when you blot usually the foundation comes off a little, and that's usually that happens to me on another foundation that I have. But I don't want to say I like the coverage, and it just makes me oily. I'm not sure, because these days my face is a little bit dry, but I want to give it a second chance to try this out and say I would like this foundation. But for now, I don't love it, I don't hate it. I still want to try out more to see is this gonna be my holy grail. I know Tati says this is like a holy grail for her face, and obviously we have different skin tone, different skin types, and it acts different on every single person, I feel like. But I do have oily skin, but it's a dehydrated kind of oily skin, and I might want to prep my skin before I use this foundation and without using my very matte primer probably next time. So I'm gonna update you guys in the details down below. I'll let you guys know if I like it or hate it after I try out more. But for now, I like the coverage, I like how it wears, I like how the longevity, how it stays on my skin. It gets me oily, and you do have the blotting sheets with you if you're wearing this foundation, if you guys have dehydrated oily skin. So pretty much this is all my review on this foundation. My first impression, how it acts on my oily skin but dehydrated oily skin. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video and found this helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.